Have you ever paused, looked up at the vast expanse of the night sky, and wondered if the greatest universe, with all its swirling galaxies and nebulae, isn't actually out there, scattered across unimaginable distances, but instead resides within the intricate folds and complex pathways inside your own head? We carry a 3-pound marvel, our brain, a biological supercomputer, responsible for every single thought, fleeting dream, and profound question that arises within us. It's the most complex object we know of in the known universe, a tangled web of connections and electrochemical signals, yet a persistent myth claims we only tap into a tiny fraction of its immense power. This alluring idea tempts us with tantalizing visions of unlocking hidden potential, accessing dormant abilities, and achieving superhuman feats. But is there any scientific truth to it? Any evidence to support this claim? Or is it simply a comforting, feel-good fantasy? A modern-day myth that we tell ourselves? Let's separate established science from popular fiction and delve into the world of neuroscience to explore what our brains are really doing every moment of every day. The human brain, in all its complexity, is the remarkable result of billions of years of relentless evolution, a testament to natural selection, and nature, as a rule, simply doesn't waste valuable resources. Your brain, despite being only a small percentage of your body mass, uses approximately 20% of your body's total energy, a substantial and undeniably huge cost for something that is supposedly mostly idle and underutilized. Evolution, with its drive for efficiency, simply wouldn't build and maintain such an incredibly energy-hungry organ, just to leave the vast majority of it dormant and essentially unused. So, if we're not using only a fraction of our brains, what's really going on inside our heads? And what are all those neurons doing? The idea that we only use 10% of our brains is a pervasive one. But where did this neurological urban legend even come from? What's the real story behind this widely believed yet completely false claim? It's a historical mix-up, a confluence of misinterpreted facts and wishful thinking. Early psychologists like William James, a pioneer in the field, spoke metaphorically about untapped potential, suggesting we could achieve so much more than we realize. But their insightful words, meant to inspire, were unfortunately twisted and sensationalized into a supposed scientific fact about brain usage. Misunderstandings of early brain research, with its limited technology and nascent understanding of the brain, further fueled the misconception. And pop culture, with influential self-help books like those by Dale Carnegie, eagerly embraced and cemented the myth into the public consciousness. It became a marketing goldmine, promising consumers the key to unlocking hidden abilities. And of course, it became a favorite plot device in countless stories, offering a convenient explanation for extraordinary powers. But modern neuroscience, with its advanced tools and techniques, has definitively debunked it. With sophisticated tools like fMRI and PET scans, we can now observe the brain in action. And these scans clearly show that nearly every part of the brain is active over the course of a typical day, contributing to our thoughts, actions, and experiences. Not all at once, of course, but every single region has a specific job to do, even during sleep, when the brain is consolidating memories and performing essential maintenance. There are absolutely no dormant sections waiting to be awakened, no hidden reserves of untapped potential in unused brain regions. Think of your brain like the lights in a house. You use different rooms for different tasks, and you don't need to have every single light on at the same time. Each region lights up and becomes active for specific activities: talking, seeing, feeling. Every single part is essential for a fully functioning brain. The 10% myth is just that, a myth, a persistent falsehood that has no basis in scientific reality. Picture an ordinary day unfolding before you. As you gently wake, even before you're fully conscious, your brainstem diligently manages your heartbeat and breathing, ensuring your body functions smoothly. Simultaneously, your occipital lobe springs to life, eagerly processing the light filtering into your room, painting the world with vibrant colors. Moving out of bed and starting your day? That's your cerebellum and motor cortex working in perfect harmony, coordinating your movements with precision and grace. Smelling that invigorating coffee, triggering the recall of cherished memories, and effortlessly understanding speech. Each seemingly simple task activates a complex network of different brain regions, showcasing the brain's remarkable versatility. Even when you're sitting quietly, your brain is incredibly busy, diligently processing sights, meticulously mapping your body's position in space, thoughtfully planning your day, and even allowing yourself a few moments of pleasant daydreaming. There's truly no off switch. Your brain is always actively on, a tireless engine driving your every thought and action. Its brilliance lies in its ability to use different parts at different times, orchestrating a seamless flow of activity, and certainly not all at once. Brain injuries poignantly demonstrate how vital every single region is. Damage to even a seemingly small area can unfortunately have dramatic and life-altering effects. The notion that we only use 10% of our brains is a persistent myth. If we only use 10%, then most injuries, remarkably, would likely go unnoticed. But thankfully, that's simply not reality. Every single cubic centimeter is incredibly precious and essential. The true genius of the brain lies in its exquisite coordination and seamless integration, and certainly not in some supposed reserve of unused potential. It's a complex and beautiful symphony, and definitely not a solo performance. The pervasive 10% myth simply falls apart when confronted with real-world evidence and scientific understanding. What if you could fire all 86 billion neurons at once? You wouldn't become a genius. You'd have a massive seizure. A seizure is chaotic, uncontrolled brain activity, the opposite of intelligence. The brain's power comes from balance. Some neurons excite, others inhibit. This filtering lets you focus and ignore distractions. Without it, you'd be overwhelmed by every sensation at once. Plus, the energy demand would be catastrophic. Your brain would burn out in seconds. Using 100% of your brain at once is biologically impossible and dangerous. True intelligence is about efficiency, not brute force. The brain's magic is in its connections, timing, and adaptability. It prunes unused pathways and strengthens important ones. Firing everything at once is a system failure, not a superpower. Hollywood loves the 10% myth. It's the perfect setup for superhuman stories. Movies like Lucy and Limitless show characters unlocking impossible abilities. But this is pure fantasy, not neuroscience. The brain is a biological processor, not a magic artifact. Even if you could speed up your brain, you wouldn't gain psychic powers, just faster thinking. Real learning is active and effortful, requiring practice and experience. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself, takes time and repetition. The Hollywood version skips the hard work, but real mastery has no shortcuts. The myth can be damaging, making us feel incomplete. In reality, your brain is already a miracle, performing billions of calculations every second. The true superpowers are learning, adapting, creating, and loving, abilities we all possess. If the 10% myth is false, are we stuck? Not at all. The real frontier is using the brain we have better. Neuroplasticity means your brain can change and grow throughout life. Every new skill, fact, or experience forges new pathways. You can boost memory, creativity, and intelligence by challenging yourself and staying curious. Imagine treating diseases or revolutionizing education by harnessing brain plasticity. The potential is vast, if we nurture it. The 10% myth is captivating, but the truth is more empowering. You already have a fully active, adaptable brain. The adventure is learning how to use it, every day, for a lifetime.